Last night, in the heart of Copenhagen, something took place that brought together royal families, art, and Christmas magic. The 85-year-old Queen Margrethe, a woman who has dedicated her life to serving Denmark and is now enjoying well-deserved creative freedom, presented her latest artwork, and it was truly unforgettable. I must admit, when I found out that not only the Danish royal family, but also Queen Sonja of Norway would be attending the ballet premiere, I was thrilled. This wasn't just a social event. It was a real celebration of friendship, creativity, and family ties that are stronger than any royal protocol. Queen Margrethe once again proved that her abdication in January of 2024 didn't mean stepping away from her duties. Rather, it marked the beginning of a new, amazing chapter in her life. The Tivoli concert hall turned into a real fairy tale that evening. Queen Margrethe arrived early, an entire hour before the performance began, traveling through the park in a special Tivoli golf cart. One can only imagine how nervous she must have been, checking the final details of the costumes, wishing the artists good luck. After all, this was not just a job for her, it's her life's passion. Margrethe is known as a talented artist, illustrator, seamstress, and sculptor. She specializes in creating church vestments and has worked with many theaters and television projects for many years. This year, the Queen created the sets and costumes for the ballet The Snow Queen, based on the famous fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen, written in 1844. The choice of this particular work was especially symbolic, as 2025 marks the 220th anniversary of the great storyteller's birth. This ballet had already graced the Tivoli stage in 2019 and 2023, and each time it left an indelible impression. When the guests began to arrive on the red carpet, the atmosphere became electric. First, Queen Margrethe herself appeared, radiating calm dignity and anticipation. Then came the real surprise of the evening. Together in the golf cart arrived Princess Benedikte, the Queen's younger sister, and Count Nikolai de Montpezat, Margrethe's eldest grandson. Their appearance caused a wave of excitement from those gathered. Nikolai, who was only 26 years old, has always been especially close to his grandmother, and his presence at every important event for her has become a cherished tradition. But the most touching moment was when Queen Sonja of Norway appeared. The 88-year-old monarch had specifically traveled from Norway to Denmark to support her close friend. The friendship between these two queens deserves its own story. They share not only royal status, but also a deep love for art and culture. They understand each other with a glance, share similar values, and are always ready to support each other's creative endeavors. Sonja arrived with her close friend, Eleanor Sibbern, and their presence added a special international flair to the evening. There is indeed a unique bond between the two queens. Over the years, they have become not just colleagues in royal duties, but true friends who appreciate each other's sincerity, creativity, and dedication to their passions. For Margrethe, Sonja's presence at the premiere was a sign of deep respect and understanding, as Sonja, more than anyone, could truly appreciate the scope of the work and the creative vision of the Danish queen. Princess Benedikte, the 81-year-old sister of Margrethe, has always been her most devoted admirer and supporter. Their sisterly bond, nurtured over decades, is a beautiful example of familial loyalty. That evening, Benedikte radiated pride for her older sister, and every look she gave was full of boundless love and admiration for Margrethe's talent. She never misses an opportunity to support her sister, and the ballet premiere was no exception. Count Nikolai also didn't hide his emotions. Although he is usually accompanied by his beloved Benedikte Tustrup, he intentionally arrived with Princess Benedikte that evening, emphasizing the family nature of the event. Nikolai happily took photos of his grandmother as she stepped onto the stage, and his eyes sparkled with sincere joy for her. After the performance, all the creators of the show came out on stage to take their bows. And then came the moment that touched the hearts of everyone present. Queen Margrethe was invited to the stage to receive acknowledgement for her contribution to the production. When she appeared before the audience, her eyes sparkled with the same brightness as the Christmas lights adorning Tivoli. She smiled and gracefully bowed to the audience. Her gaze often turned to the crowd where her dearest loved ones sat. What impressed me most about this story is that Queen Margrethe, at the age of 85, continues to create and inspire those around her. She could easily enjoy a quiet life in retirement, but instead, she is creating beauty that brings joy to thousands of people. It is already known that in 2026, she will create the sets and costumes for the Nutcracker, which will also be presented at Tivoli. Every year, Queen Margrethe works on Tivoli's Christmas performance, and this has become a wonderful tradition that is eagerly awaited not only by the royal family, but also by all the residents of Copenhagen. Her creativity brings joy, unites generations, and reminds us that true calling knows no age limits. That evening at Tivoli showed us that royal families, despite their formality, remain first and foremost families, where love, mutual support, and genuine joy for each other's successes reign. The warm relationships between Margrethe and Sonja, Benedikte's loyalty, and Nikolai's love, all of this created an atmosphere that cannot be staged, because true feelings are always visible.